Hi, and welcome to the Teaching Corner. Today we're going to be talking about the functions of behavior. If you realize that all behavior is nothing more than communication and your child trying to communicate something to you or your student, it makes dealing with it a lot easier. So we're going to talk about the 4 functions, and in each case we're going to use the same example of a student running out of their desk, and we're going to see how these different ways to communicate, how this student is communicating something different in each one of these instances. So the first thing is social attention. That one seems pretty obvious, right? If a child is running out of their desk and jumping in front of the class and acting silly or acting like a clown, you know they're seeking social attention. It might just be a student who's constantly blurting out, or it might be a student who is always wanting others to laugh at them. They're looking for some social acceptance, right? So that one is pretty obvious. Then the second one is obtaining. The child wants to obtain something. They want to get something. So they may want to get a prize, or they may want to get a toy. I actually had this happen to me in class. I'd had a student who was constantly getting out of his desk because he didn't like doing a particular thing in class, and I thought that's what was happening that day. But all of a sudden he ran over to his backpack and he started pawing through his backpack. What I didn't know is that it was another student's birthday, and that student had brought all of the students in class a sucker, and he was trying to get to that sucker. So he was trying to obtain something that he wanted. It could be, again, a toy, a food item. They're trying to get something that they want. The third type of behavior is avoidance. In the instance that I just gave you, this particular child would run out of his desk because every time they went to go do math, math was a very hard subject for him, and he did not like doing it. So he would run out of his desk and sometimes run out of the room to avoid doing it. So this can be, if there's stimulation that the child doesn't like, they cover their ears and they run out of the room. If this is, maybe it's the kid falling on the floor or whining during homework time, or, they're trying to get out of doing the unpleasant thing that they don't want to do. So the last one is sensory stimulation. And this might be a little more obvious. Sometimes we see a child may flap, they may spin, they may run out of the desk because they want to run circles in the back of the classroom, or they want to rock. These can sometimes be the most difficult behaviors to change because they feel good. They, for whatever reason, it helps that child calm down. It helps them feel more normal. I did have a student, though, who would sit on the edge of her desk and rock back and forth because it felt good, but it was highly inappropriate, and it was something we had to modify and change so that she could get some form of sensory stimulation, but it wouldn't be inappropriate. So again, the 4 functions of behavior: it can be to get social attention, it can be to obtain something, it can be to avoid something, and it can be just sensory stimulation just because it feels good. But understanding what your student is doing and why they're running out of the desk, or whatever your particular behavior is, will help you know how to deal with it. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please hit the like button, subscribe, share it with others who may need this information, and I'll see you later. Bye.